Greetings everyone. Today I'm going to share with you about 20th century art movement and specifically on surrealism. If you look at this artwork, what do you think? Is it weird? You must think like, what does it look like one of those pictures in the dream? Have you ever woke up and stared at the ceiling thinking how random and crazy your dreams last night? Like everything just doesn't make sense. Just like this painting. And this. It looks so unreal but yet interesting. Well, this art movement called surrealism. It is originated in late 1910s and early 20s as a literary movement that experimented with a new mode of expression called automatic writing or automatism, which sought to release the unbridled imagination of subconscious. Before we go through more, let me ask you, do you watch Money Heist? Well, I guess everyone know about Money Heist because of their iconic mask. But did you actually know the story behind the mask? Well, let me tell you. The mask is actually inspired by Salvador Dali. Can you see the resemblance? Like the mustache, the eyes? But who is he actually? He kinda looked like a comedian here, but he was a Spanish painter who became one of the leading figures of the Surrealist movement. He was born in 1994 and his artistic career spanned several decades, leaving an indelible mark on the art world. But why would they choose this guy as inspiration of the mask? It has to be said that while creating Money Heist, the makers were conscious of the impact the show could have globally. As such, they were in desperate need of a national hero. So Salvador Dali was the only man for the job. Okay, let's go back to the topic. Surrealism. Sur means above. So basically surreal means above reality. Surrealism was a means of reuniting conscious and unconscious realms of experience so completely that the world of a dream and fantasy would be joined to the everyday rational world in an absolute reality of surreality. Officially consecrated in Paris in 1924 with the publication of the Manifesto of Surrealism by the poet and critic André Breton, 1896 until 1966. Surrealism became an international intellectual and political movement. Breton, a trained psychiatrist along with French poets Louis Aragon, Paul Eluard, and Philippe Saupault, were influenced by the psychological theories and dream studies of Sigmund Freud and the political idea of Karl Marx. So let's take a look at the most famous painting of Salvador Dali, The Persistence of Memory, 1931. It is one of the most recognizable works of surrealism. First shown at the Julien Levy Gallery in 1932, it is widely recognizable and frequently referred to in popular culture. Dali had been an artist for a long time, and this was his painting before. Unlike The Persistence of Memory, this painting is way more normal. Like, how come this painting turned into this? Well, it's all because of the art movement. Maybe he is bored of the lame style, so he used his imagination and fantasy to create surrealism art. Personally, I love this style of art because it was way more fun to look at. It makes people stare at the painting and trying to find the meaning behind the artwork. And I think Dali was a good painter, but he thinks otherwise.
No, porque lo digo siempre, soy muy mal pintor por la razón de que soy demasiado inteligente para ser buen pintor.
Well, I think that's all from me. Thank you for listening.